Hey y'all, Sarah Luhu here, and we are back again with Deathmark. So last episode, we were back at Masquerade, and Banshee got captured by the spirit of Red Riding Hood, and he was wrapped up in some spider webs. We spent most of the episode kind of trying to get the elevator up and running there at the Masquerade, and we ended up using the spoon that we had recovered as well as a condom in order to repair the circuit breaker and get things moving. But we managed to make it out to the fourth floor, where we found Banshee all wrapped up in spider webs, and Damon and Eddie grabbed him and brought him back onto the elevator, and had to fight off spiders and things with the power of vibrators in order to get free of Red's clutches. And Ada ended up being the one to save us because Suzu sent him to come and help us, and he called the elevator down, and that got us out of the spirit trouble. And so Banshee is now in the hospital with Hiro. Both him and her have apparently lost their minds and are heavily restrained and all that. And Damon's currently, playing doctor to them. So Mashita came up to help with the investigations, and we've discovered some new info. We got a little bit of recording from Moe about one of the students who was prostituting herself out of the hotel, and kind of her account of what happened with Esco, who is Red. And basically the girl said, she threatened she was going to tell on everybody who was doing the prostituting. She went and told a teacher, and then she said that her and the teacher were going to the police, and then she saw her later that night at the hotel in the red raincoat, and that was the last she saw of her, and that she was still saying she was going to the police. And then we went with Mashita up to the fourth floor to properly investigate, and we found in our guest book that talked about some weird torture of putting a spider in the mouth, and if they swallowed the spider, they were innocent, and if they spat out the spider had crawled out, then they were guilty. And that is currently what we're, where we're at with that. All that, we just kind of made it up to the fourth floor and started our investigation. And the hotel is now completely covered with spider webs that definitely weren't there before. Air conditioner. Large air conditioning unit is attached to the ceiling. It's stained, but it would likely work with electricity. Should I turn it on? I bet you would make some heavy vibrations, air conditioner. Should probably try using you. Fuck. Hi. Oh god. Stomach cold. Open the door to the bathroom. Also, Eddie's been getting some really bad headaches. Machida, you're just not going to mention that? Trash can. Look at it. Plastic trash can has a number of cracks in it. Maybe it was kicked by a guest or something. Feel it? Turn it upside down and shake it. A wad of paper falls out. Found a worn-out talisman. Pick up the worn-out talisman. I feel warm flow through me. Ah, my eyes. Got soul power. The blinding soul power. I'm concerned. This kind of slime is stuck to the mirror, so my reflection is hard to see. As it always is. As it always is. Okay, and that's use. Oh, you can look at that. They're brand new spider webs. Was this web built last night? Okay, now even perfectly normal spider webs are starting to look more eerie. Okay. So just a talisman. Was that to help me? Are you trying to help, Red? Wrong thing. Sorry. Wrong button. Okay. Now we try room on the right. I'm pretty sure we already went in the room on the right. Yeah, we did. Okay, so we've explored everything there is to explore up here. Let us attempt to go to the fifth floor then. Whew. Okay. Let's see what's out here. Maybe we'll get some hints to the sixth floor. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. I open the door and check the switchboard, but nothing looks broken at first glance. Okay. Door to room 502 is locked. Okay, then we go to the left. Hey, shine the light inside. Oh my. Yeah? The body has finally turned up. Check it out. Right? You seem very excited about that, Machida. Okay. We got coffins. We got bodies. We got spidey webs. Got all sorts of stuff. Alright, let's see what you got. Skeleton left hanging in the restraint. Look at it. Spider webs wrap around its entire body, making it look fake at first glance, but when I look closer, it does appear to be, well, an actual human corpse. When I touch it, something flakes off. It looks like traces of dried skin. Gross. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. Small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, it's likely an adult male. Considering how dried out it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. The problem is the cause of death. Machida meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spider webs? Quit joking around. Joke, huh? It'd be great if that's all it was. Still, the skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. If it was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathize, I just can't. Hey, look at this. Machida suddenly tosses something at me. Found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. Still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. Cheap lighter. Thanks. Sure that'll come in handy. Decorative coffin. Look at it. I doubt it's anything more than a fake prop, but it looks well made. Its placement makes it look even more real than an actual one. Feel it. I open the lid of the coffin, and I find a book amongst the junk inside. Found a monster encyclopedia. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Machida flips through the book. Huh, so the spider monster originally killed people by drowning them in water. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading a legend like that in one of the books piled on my desk at Kuja Mansion. It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but always saved at the last minute. That does sound familiar. I don't know if it was spiders, though. I remember there was a Japanese legend, or maybe it was Chinese, I don't know. But it was all like, this guy fell in love with a beautiful woman at a waterfall, and it was kind of left up to... she was some kind of monster or something in the end, but was kind of left up to the reader's opinion whether or not she killed him or, just brought him into her home. And stuff, because it was supposed to be like one of those things where you couldn't tell if it was true love or just part of the trap. All that, I don't know if I'm describing this well, but I think I might be familiar with this one. Every region has a story like that. Saved how? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Ninja skills. Then the protagonist escapes. Huh, I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. In any case, this will make for a good reference. Take it with you. That was you talking to me, sorry. Alright, then we check out the door. Open the door to the bathroom. More jars. Ooh, look, there's something under this sink. Storage cabinet. Door is covered with mold. That's because of the humidity. And we look inside. I open the door, rummaging around inside. And I got a bent hanger. Ooh, good. I can use that to get the cylinder. Okay, a little concerned. I open the lid of the trash can to look inside. There's a large clump of hair inside, as well as some paper waste. Resisting the urge to scream, I securely close the lid and chuck the trash can back where it was. Why you flush? Why you flush all creepy like? Alright. I don't need you. I don't need your flush. Okay, so that was 4th floor, 3... Wonder what would happen if I tried to use the stairs again. 4th floor, 3 mask room, I think, is where that was, with the bathroom. Whew. Which was right. Yes, it was right. Door to the bathroom. And you, I want to use the hanger. You know what? An idea hits me and I take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this to any shape I want. I bend it into one straight wire so I can fit it down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of the wire being dislodged and hit something hard. Got a key to room 502. On the key is a tag that says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah, lucky. Yeah, there are sticky white threads wrapped around the key too. Seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. Is she helping us or is she luring us? Like the legend. Okay, and your door, so I go to the elevator. I wonder if 502 has the access to the 6th floor. We'll find out in a minute now, won't we? The door to room 502 is locked, and we use the key to open the door. Okay, now we're those X-y things in our coffin, in our donkey. That's what they called it, right? Okay, let's look at the coffin first. Look at it. Don't say anything more than a fake prob, but it looked well made. Placement makes it look even more real. I open the lid of the coffin, and I find a book amongst the junk inside. Who's just tossing junk in these coffins? God Demon Encyclopedia. This book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and lists their characteristics. I guess the guests here were interested in stuff like that. Goody for them. Broken wooden horse. Look at it. It looks like it was treated pretty roughly. Horse is lying on its side. Feel it? I got to lift up the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. I pick it up and discover it's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. It's used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Yeah, like putting spiders in mouths? Like it said? Huh? Just as I'm replying to Mashita, ouchies! A white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? A young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with that tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. Yep, exactly what I thought. I shall put this spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movements haphazard. Help me, sir! Help me! She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from fear or the drug. I hear men jeering. Then a man releases a giant spider. Into her mouth, of course. Or into the girl's mouth. Yes, I get what you were saying there, buddy. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Sheeran, can you see me? The spider. Get it! Idiot, calm down. Did you just punch me? With a slug to the jaw, I finally returned to my senses. He did! You slap him! You don't punch him, you dingus Mashita. Oh, goodness, that's right. I'm in a room at Masquerade. Then the vision I just saw had to have been what happened to Red. At least they didn't show it. Man, that would have been bad. What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I feel like I've woken from a long dream. Can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah, I'm fine now. I wipe sweat off my forehead and swallow. That girl who was restrained, was that Esco? If it is, so then... Was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by the people here? Whoop, nope, wrong one. I started to move my hand and I hit the thumbstick by accident. And so this is where it all happened, huh? Open the door to the bathroom, but now I'm confused again. Because I'm pretty sure she told the teacher in Murrow, whatever, all that, about it, and that he was the one that lured her out. But I was thinking before that there were two separate teachers. Then Murrow one who told her to respect her friends, blah, 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 and then the one that she called Sir. But she was just saying, you know, Sir, help me, which makes me think that he might have been there. So could it have been two teachers, or was it the same teacher? Okay, let's see what's over here first. Shelf stuck to the wall, look at it. It's lined with hairdressing products, cologne and lotion. Some of the bottles still have a bit of liquid left. Most are empty. Feel it. Check through all the bottles on the shelf. Got bath salts and insect repelling cream. Might want to smear that all over my body. The tub is covered in dents and scratches. Too many for it to be natural wear. Going by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happen in here too. I don't think I was done in there. I hit the freaking thumbstick again. I keep on hitting my right thumbstick by accident. Okay, but I think that was it anyway. Okay, yeah, it was. Just wanted to be double sure. I hear footsteps as I step into the hallway. I don't step into the wall. I turn in the direction of the noise to see. Shoo, baby boy! Shoo? You look very pissed. Shoo Nagashima is standing there. Machida said he ran into him at the hospital, but can't believe he came. Buddy, what's the matter? Take a step towards him, but Machida stops me. Wait, something's not right. I look closely at Shu's face. No, couldn't it be? His face is unnaturally stiff. Suddenly he begins yelling angrily. I was looking for you. This whole time. I'm gonna kill you! He raises the metal bat he was hiding and moves in to attack. What the hell, Shu baby? Get back, Sheeran! Machida yells, urging me to escape. But we're in a hallway with close walls. What should I do? Live or die, that's your choice. Oh, come on. Shu's attacking, what should I do? Duck and dodge, run to my right, run to my left. Duck and dodge? I quickly duck, covering my head. Hey, you're not getting away! Shu's bat alters course in a flash, and I take a direct hit. Ouchies. Rude. Wrong, sorry. At least it wasn't deathly wrong. Just hurtfully wrong. He straightens only to swing his bat again. Shit. I have my hands full with just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if Shu's like Hiru and is infected with the same mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life's in danger. Can't do this alone. What do I do? Ah! Shu's deranged eyes burn a hole in me. Okay, Shu punch him, tackle him, draws attention. No force? Machida force? If my chances are thin, no matter what I do, then my only chance is to draw his attention. Huh? Shu hesitates for a moment, confused. A second later, you dumb idiot. You don't know when to give up, old man. The metal bat flashes above his head, then... You're the idiot. Machida suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch at his face. Yay, it worked. Sometimes you gotta pick the odd one out. Survived. Shu tumbles to the ground. As he falls, his bat flies through the air and... yeah! Unluckily for me, it collides into the side of my head and I collapse with a pitiful yelp. Ugh, dumbass. Cursing, Machida quickly grabs Shu's arm and completely restrains him. As Machida puts his weight on him, Shu groans painfully. Finally, he faints. Hey, Sheeran, you okay? Yeah, it just grazed me. Yeah, kind of like his other hit just grazed me. Thankfully, everything seems fine. Give me a hand. We need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. We'd better hurry. To think Shu would end up as the third victim. I managed to make myself stand, but my spirits have dropped down to my feet. My spirit has dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Shu out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call off the investigation for today. Yeah, seems safe. Banshee and Hiru flash before my eyes, but Shu's safety should come first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Oh, wait, no. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Yours is better for moving sick people around. I take out the car key and stand up, but just as I do... the pain. The miserable, miserable pain. Ugh. Piercing pain runs through the side of my head, and I fall back onto my knees. Sheeran! It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why? Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Had a message. Anywho, it's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why? You got hit right where it hurts, huh? Then just rest there. But, Shu, you're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nagashima in my car. You wait here until I get back, got it? I'll come straight back after I drop him off. Probably not the best idea. So sorry, Shu's in your hands now. Take care of my baby. Machida collects Shu and disappears. The soft pitter-patter of rain permeates the air. Sound of the rain seems to make this place even quieter somehow. Then I notice something. My headache's gone. Noises aren't the only thing that's vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache had faded like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. Oh, now you're suspicious. You didn't think it was supernatural before this? I think back to the times when I had a headache. I do love this song, though. The first is when I went inside Masquerade with Damon and Banshee. Back then, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to keep everyone together. But then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to see Hero and Banshee. I'll go to see Hero and Banshee, but in the end I was unable to. Then, just now, I was going to the hospital with Shu and Machida. Is it the threes? Is it the rule of threes? Was Mary actually right about that? I gaze at the entrance to Masquerade. You're the only one I want to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. I get it. I stare at the hotel as if I can see through the doors. I feel like I can see a red figure inside. Calling to you, huh? One rainy night, a girl stood there wearing a red raincoat. You're still waiting, even now, for the one you respect so much. That headache always attacked when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself like I am now, then it'll vanish like it was never there. I get it. You just want me. Hero, Banshee, and now Shu. I've gotten my friends all caught up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. I'll come alone. So, do what you will. And don't say that, Eddie. Don't want to go sacrificing you, bud. Been with you a bit now here. Go back inside Masquerade. Sir. A voice calls from the darkness, as if it was waiting for me. Yes, Red? What's up, darling? What are you telling me to do? You see the red thread of fate, right? The top floor, in the room of masks. The top floor. The sixth floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. I'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood figure melts silently into the elevator. As she does, the elevator's floor display begins blinking on and off erratically. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? Possibly. Her voice reverberates throughout the elevator. So she's telling me to go to her. But the combination, what in the world could that be? Okay, I know 3 is the last, because 3 had the cane. Should I find the one on 4 and 5? Open the door to the emergency staircase. I wonder if I can climb the stairs properly now. Because 1 is the wedding dress. 2, or was 2 the last one? Masquerade Wife. Museum Man. Okay, so 2 comes before. Let me get my notes out. Okay, so 2 is the one with the man. 1 is the dress. I'm pretty sure 3 is the cane. I think 4 was... So I don't want to get in the elevator until we can properly start it up. Because hopefully now that the elevator's working, I can just go up as I please, right? Nope, I have to use the elevator. Spirit vanished into the elevator. I must be able to use the elevator to get to the top floor then. Floor display begins to blink on and off erratically. Is it some kind of hint? It is. And the word she used, combination. I stare at the elevator buttons. Maybe I'm supposed to push these in a certain combination. You are. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get off on the 6th floor. But what's the order? I've got no idea. I've got to think. There has to have been a clue somewhere inside Masquerade. There is. New info is added to the spirit file of the elevator's puzzle. Use the elevator normally. I want to go to the 4th floor. So I'm pretty sure 4th floor was the one with the child, right? Masquerade Wife. It's a picture of a masked girl running down a trail. Nope, that was the young one. So 4 is young. And then use it normally. Five was the one her holding hands with the kid, right? Masquerade Wife. Picture of masked wife holding hands with a child. So 5 is a child. So it's going to be 4, 2, 1, 5, and then 3, I'm guessing? Let's give it a shot. Let's try the combination. Okay, 4. Push the button for the 4th floor. And then 2. Push the button for the 2nd floor. 1. First floor. And then 5 and 3. Push the button for the 5th floor. And I push the button for the 3rd floor. Correct? Correct! Thank you, Banshee. The elevator door opens and a musty stench greets me. But that's not all. The smell is blood. Doesn't look that different from the rest of them. Sir. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind.
I've been waiting for you. Waiting for so long.
No, I doubt my words will reach her, but I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. I don't think that's going to help your situation.
Liar. You always lie.
I'm not lying. I'm really not. A scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. Stop this. Stop it! This won't accomplish anything.
That's why, this time, I'm going to test you. Tell me the truth.
Yeah! Jesus, girl. That's a look. Live or die. Yep, it's her. She has a little mole. Countless spiders fly out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. A swarm of spiders keeps coming. Oh, yay, my soul power is so little. Douse and insecticides, trigger the sprinklers, activate the massager. Use the massager! Shit. I take the massager out of the bag, hold it against my body, and hit the switch. This worked before. The spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Woohoo! Saved by the vibrator again! Praise be! Red Riding Hood lets out a gusty sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. She's trying to use her spider silk. Okay, what do I got? You're not giving me time to even look at this, man. Wave my jacket around. Scatter some bath salts. Use the wooden horse head. Block it, I guess. I'm not sure the jacket would be effective. I hold the horse head over mine as protection. I don't think we're trying to hurt her, because I think, like, the salts and the insecticide would be physical pain, and I don't want that, do I? Strangely enough, the threads seem drawn to it and only wrap around the horse head. Okay, that's weird. But this does appear to be working.
Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right.
Damn, my health is getting low. That's for the law to decide. Villains go to hell. Divine punishment will come. Law? Odd one out there. Not giving me a lot of time to work with this, sweetie. Red Riding Hood is staring at me.
Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life.
You wanted to go to the police, right? Let's go to the police. How do you know a person's worth? Everyone has a family. Life isn't that cheap. I don't know! Life isn't cheap? Shut up, shut up, shut up! Red Riding Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me.
Sir, how do I look to you?
Oh god, I do not have time. Extremely attractive. We like a little sister. We met too late. What? What? No, I didn't even have time!
Fake.
Red Riding Hood twists her lips, and then something falls on my head. Great. Game over! Well, screw up there. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to decide again. But that last question threw me for a loop. How do I look to you? Extremely attractive. Like a little sister, or we met too late. One sexualizes her. One takes away all sexualization. And then the other one... Not too late. Still says she's attractive, but we're not willing to pursue it. I'm trying to think. Because it seemed like things were working. What's the moral choice there? It's definitely not attractive. Is that, but does she want us to see her as attractive, or does she want to be seen as a child? Decide again. Elevator door opens, and can I look at my notes? Can I look at... I can't look at anything. Oh, well. Yeah, sensei. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, don't I have... Wrong thing. There we go. That one. That is so damn bright. Screams, what's the night? Blah, blah, blah. I will tell you the truth. Let me think. Because I'm trying to think back on... Of course, they have the freaking alarm going off in their room. Give me one sec. Okay, sorry about that. It was actually an alarm. It was a phone call. But, what was I trying to think about before this? Because I was thinking something with her. Because I'm still trying to figure out that last bit. Okay, let's see what we could do. Massage away. All that. Because I don't know if she wants to be found attractive or not. Because she did use Hiru, but that was trying to trap us, right? And stuff. But even here, she's still kind of a sexualized creature. I don't know if she wants to be seen as someone we could have been with or seen as a child. God, this is a toughie. Oh, I did what was right. It's for the law. Because with these, that one, it's like something simple. You look for the odd one out with things like that. But with this one, it's two extremes and a median ground. So do I go to the medium or do I go to one of the extremes? Okay, what was this one say? The only thing that matters is your life. Life isn't that cheap. Don't talk about my life. You don't know me. Shut up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, final choice here. Her maddening eyes glare at me. Sir, how do I look to you? Oh. We'll try the medium. And then if that fails, we'll try little sister.
What do you like about me?
Your honesty, your righteousness, your beauty. You're an honest person? You want the truth. You want the truth, right? Nothing but the truth. Okay, so maybe the medium wasn't sexualizing her. So maybe it was just telling her that there were things about her we admired. Yay! We survived. But was it good? Was it good?
Kill the traitor. Together.
Red Riding Hood's figure wavers, then smashes through the window and off into the night. What did you just do? Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out of the window. I wipe my smutty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. Thread? As I follow it with my eyes, I realize that it's wrapped around my wrist. Whoa, whoa. Oh shit! Something yanks me toward the window. I brace my legs and try to resist. But all is in vain. I'm thrown out into the night sky. No! Eddie! I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing toward the ground. Just as I give up all hope. Machine! A strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth gritting from the effort. Don't let go, Machida! You stupid idiot! Machida! Shut up and give me your other arm! Hurry up, grab onto me! Right. Rely on your friends, damn it! He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggling, I make it over the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. But was that good or bad? I mean, she didn't disappear, she just, like, threw herself out there. She yeeted into the darkness. The only sound that can be heard is our gasp for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why did you ignore my orders? Machida spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting off. Better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. I'm still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to take me with her. No, not you. That sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Then let's go. Machida slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. Wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. Man, I feel like it could have gone better, Sheet. It stopped raining. Cool. That doesn't really work as a nickname, does it? It almost sounds like shit. Sheety. Because I can't call him, like, Ma or anything like that. It's weird. Cool wind on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Damon. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. What? Hand me the car key. Oh, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them, only to suddenly realize they're shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice made for me. I take the key out of my pocket and toss it to Machida. Corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. Don't leave me alone. There are spiders out here. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. It's... a dead spider. It lay there, legs curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. And it died alone. Are you satisfied now? Then let's go home. I gently pick the spider up. I wrap it in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. That's kind of sad. It's a hard one to express with words, but I'll see if I can talk about it later. Ha! Look, the reflection's Machida. The car ride back is a blur. I sat and let Machida's voice wash over me like a background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. For the investigation today, Moe tipped us off on the testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realized the teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. That's... what does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Aiko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Esko never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I frown as I try to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out, as it's not making sense. You'd never make it as a detective. Can you just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This Sir person Esko trusted so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. What? I feel like I've been hit up the side of the head, and not with a pillow, more like a lead pipe. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Was he the one that put the spider in her mouth? Mashita glances out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher in Mura, the one mentioned in Aiko's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was tall, thin, the type popular with students. Well, I suppose. He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. So we looked alike. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Does that mean I'm popular? Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. Results. I flip through the thick bundle of paper. They're a set of very well organized documents. It would have taken a lot of time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. But she had just said that he connected the dots with help of Moe's testimony, which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. You knew everything. I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known, I could have... What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You will just sympathize too much and let your guard down. You should be grateful I didn't. Mashita leaves me with the research file and heads to Damon's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can't keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything I can. Maybe get spider? Maybe spider venom? Maybe that help? I bolster myself with that information. I spread Mashita's documents out on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Mashita was right, the truth should be right in front of me. New info is added to the spirit file. Mashita's report. Let's read it. Elevator puzzle Mashita's report. I faced Red Riding Hood on the 6th floor, where she had waited for me. I managed to drive her back, but she nearly takes me with her, until Mashita saves me at the last second. He's furious with me for disobeying orders. I'm given his research file on this hotel. This is what it says. Esko tattling to her homeroom teacher, Inmura, about the job is what started it all. Inmura proposed to Esko that they gather evidence first, and they arranged to meet at Masquerade that night. But the only thing waiting for Esko there was utter betrayal by the teacher she was in love with. It turned out that Inmura himself was one of Masquerade's customers. Then why didn't any of the girls recognize him? Why were they worried about him ratting them out? No one, unless they were all wearing masks to keep their Oh, okay. I get it now, I get it. No one knows what exactly happened to Esko. She was found wandering the streets in her red raincoat and immediately admitted to a facility. Unfortunately, her mental state was too far gone already. She committed suicide by throwing herself from a 6th floor window of the hospital. The night she died was cold and rainy, just like today. That's sad. So, was she seen before or after by that girl? The report has info on Inmura as well. When he was arrested for other illegal activities, he ended up testifying about Masquerade as well. Having your partner wear all red was code that you were planning to use the deluxe suite of the hotel. That could be the reason Esko wore the red raincoat that night. Not long after the trial, Inmura apparently hung himself in jail. Douchebag. It's blue. That's good, right? I didn't kill her with bath salts. I'm assuming this is good. So the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on that dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. I lost something as well. Hiro, Banshee, and Shu's conditions worsened after that. They were immediately transferred to a larger hospital. Why didn't you give them the spider? Because of that, they narrowly escaped death, but their psyches will remain forever damaged. According to Damon, the chances of them ever recovering are thin. To have this happen to people who are only trying to lend me a hand. Maybe it would have been better if I had just died from the fall from out of Masquerade's window. I struggle to get through each and every day. If this is Red Riding Hood's revenge, then I can admit that it's effective. They had nothing to do with it, though! A week later. I'm coming in. Machine suddenly shows up at my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver it. It's your reward. This is your reward. What a joke. Reward for letting that happen to my friends? How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Machida turns and curses. Oh, that was him. Damn, what a pain. Machida turns and curses under his breath. I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? Pardon me. No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like Masquerades popping up lately. I thought it might be Mark-related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters, Hiyaki Yagyo, a monster's parade. Have you heard anything about it? Hiyaki Yagyo? I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, sure, ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happening in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you of all people, forget it. First he asks me, then he tells me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Machida glances briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. Sorry, but I can't. I just don't have the energy. I'm not saying right now. I'm sure Yasuko will wait until you're 100%. I'm not pushing you either. That's all I want to say. No, wait. I have one last bit of advice. What do you got for me, Machine? Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her, too. The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. But we have to sympathize with them to put them to peace. Like, that's the whole point of putting them to rest, is you have to look at it from their point of view. Like, that's why I struggled so much with Mizu, because I couldn't figure out what her deal was, but her deal was she hated everything human. And the only thing left was, you know, the last bit of humanity. But that puzzle still didn't work for that, so... Even so, Machida. Even so. Machida might be right. But even so, if someone doesn't accept them, they'll stay like that forever. That's not something I want to bear. Machida just snorts derisively, like usual. Give it some thought. Even if you don't want it, the time may come one day. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of this case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think that that door will be thrown open again. Deathmark. Gallery has been unlocked. Alright, give me a sec. Alright. All good, and I think it's starting us over at the beginning again. Hey, wanna hear up the karaoke plays? Yeah, this is just... Yeah, we're just all the way back at the beginning again. Yep, okay. So, that is finally it for Deathmark. Actually, wait, let me check something. Okay, so I just checked my achievements, everything, and it seems like I got the achievement for her poisonous demise, and I don't think that's what I wanted, because that looks like it was a bad ending for her. So I am going to try and play through it again and see if I can get a good ending out of this. Because it felt like a bad ending. It felt wrong. I thought maybe because they lived that it might have been okay and the screen was blue and all that, but it was definitely wrong. So I fucked up somewhere along the lines there. So I am going to go back through and see what I can do. So give me one sec. Okay, I think we got something different this time. Alright, because I'm pretty sure before she's always like, let's kill them together, blah blah blah. Well then, this time it's, thank you sir, let's... Red Riding Hood's figure wavers, and then... Oh, nope, she did it out the window again, but I'm pretty sure the dialogue was different. Smashes through the window and off into the night. Did she just jump? Bustling sea can be heard out the window. I wipe my spray brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. Thread. So I fall with my eyes. I realize it's wrapped around my wrist. And crap. Nope, same thing again. Alright. Let me... I'm pretty sure the dialogue was different this time, though. Yes, yes, hurry up, me and blah, blah, blah. Pull us in. Maybe when we get to the street, something will change. Yeah. He's just berating us again. Wait, was that different? No. Try and take you with her. It's all the same. Okay. So, we did get some actual different stuff this time. So, I'm probably going to have to cut it down a little because it was all just kind of me mumbling because I thought I got a bad end again. All that, but the dialogue, I think, did change. A little. She said, sir, thank you, rather than let's kill them all or something, which was what she was saying before with the bad ending stuff. But, like, everything else that happened from there on was pretty much the same. She still threw herself at the window. She still tried to drag us out with her. And Machida still saved us. We had the same car ride back. You know, there weren't any changes with that or the final report that he gave us. It was all completely the same. The only thing that's just changed is this right here. So, it's the day after. We've read through the report and all that. Lives lost there will never return. Neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is my friend survived. Hero, Banshee, and Shimi-o regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms and are recovered enough to go back to their lives, so they're not permanently insane anymore. Damon concluded the affliction inhibited the soul, very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from that horrible nightmare. Just like the spirits that gave people the mark. If anything good came about because of this, then that would be it. A week later. And I think this might be the same conversation with Machida. She suddenly shows up on my doorstep. Before I can even move my mouth, he pulls out an envelope, tosses it on the table, blah, blah, blah. Reward. Okay, we did this. Damn, what a pain. Now there's one other thing. Something about you. You saved for this work after all. Done, no more, blah, blah. Hear me out. We've done this. We've done this. Might not be right. I thought it might be mark related, but it's not. Yeah, monster parade thing. Okay, it's all the same stuff. Yeah, you wanted to ask about Mary again. And it seems like that was it. No, wait, have one last bit of advice. Don't get, so attached and emotionally invested in the spirits. It's bad for you. Yeah, picked up the dead spider, all that. Even so, we have to sympathize. Because we can't put them to peace otherwise. I can't help but think that door will be thrown open again. And I believe it will be. So, yeah, that was the only change, really. I don't know, I expected more, I guess? With that. Like, the only real change is that, yeah, I'll save it in a minute. But the only real change was that, everybody regained their sanity. I mean, everybody still lived in the other one. It's just like, hey, they're sane now, and really, what? That was like 3 lines of dialogue? Although I thought there would be a bit more substance to it, but whatever. All that. But, yeah. So, to get the good ending, all I did was go back and choose kind of the odd one out answers to everything, because, let me see. Let me try to remember what they were. One was, heaven, hell were, the law, all that. And I figured heaven and hell, those are spiritual laws, the odd one out. There was, sorry, I'm trying to think. There was that weird, how do you see me one. All that. And at first I thought, that the one that we went with, which was the I met you too late, was kind of a mixture of the little sister and you're very pretty dialogue. But really, it kind of removes it from it. It's not making a choice either way. And I think that's what a lot of the answers were. They were really non-answers. Because with that, although I thought, it's, I met you too late. Yeah, you're still very pretty, but I could see myself if I was younger kind of thing. Which, no, I don't think that's what it was. It was just like, objectively, I don't see you one way or another, because I'm too old to think about that with you. It's gross. All that. But then there was, what was that other one? Trying to think. It was, give me a sec. Oh yeah, when she was saying only your life matters, all that. Before I had gone with, I think, how cheap is life really that cheap, blah blah blah, and everything there. But I ended up going, or life isn't cheap. That's what it was. And then the other one, there was 2 more, and one of the other ones was another statement. Like, I think everyone has family. And then the last one was actually a question. And so the question was the odd one out there. It was something like, how do you think you know me? Or something like that. So a lot of the answers were really non-answers. To kind of remove ourselves from our relationship with her. All that. I don't know, it was a weird one. It was a weird last thing. Because it seemed like she wanted, some kind of, Actually, no, maybe she didn't. Maybe that was just all in our heads with that. Because in the reports and all that, everybody was talking like, she had a crush on the teacher and all. But all of our answers just kind of went against that because we didn't compliment, her beauty. We didn't try to put her in a little sister position or anything like that. We didn't, give her any sort of relationship that would have been, either family related or, attraction based. All that. We went with the basic kind of teacher student detached role there with everything. So maybe because we pushed her away. We rejected her trying to, like, insert herself into our narrative and be all like, I care so much about you and your life. It's like, no, you don't. You don't know me. It's like, well, how do you see me? I don't see you. I haven't known you. Well, what do you like best about me? My honesty, my all that. And I think, no, it was my beauty, my honesty, and something else. I think I went with honesty and stuff, because the other thing would have been something personal as well. I don't remember what it was, though. So that makes it even more sad. My goodness, she didn't go there out of any kind of little schoolgirl crush on the teacher. She just went there for truly believing that, they were going to do something proper and good. She really did have just like a terrible little sad story and stuff. And I really thought that she, had been murdered at the hotel and that's why she had been haunting it. But it went even further than that. She survived all the terrible that happened there and then couldn't live with it. But unlike Hanayome, who, could kind of traverse between places, she was just stuck there in that moment. That is sad, though. Let me think. What else? Overall, I liked the chapter for the most part. It felt, it was a really fleshed out kind of little story bit. All that. I kind of wish there were more hints to it, because I know... Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. I know that there's supposed to be... There is. No, I looked it up. There is a second game, but they're marketing it as a spiritual successor to this one, so I don't think that it's a direct sequel to this. It's its own little detached story, I believe. But I know there is also supposed to be a third game from the same studio coming out related to the, title, the Deathmark stuff. And so I'm thinking that maybe that might be what Machida was hinting at there at the end, where he was all like, a parade of monsters. Which, let me see if I can find anything with that. Parade of monsters. What was it? Yoki Yaki, something like that. Right here. Yaki Yago? Is that what it was? Night Parade of 100 Demons. It's an idiom in Japanese folklore. Various legends. Sorry. History or popular theme, tradition. So it's just like a parade of demons. So like a bunch of demons and monsters and horrible things. So maybe that's what that next game will be about. It's all like an onslaught of all these ghosts and everything that will be coming out of the shadows. That we gotta do something about them. And maybe there will be something relating to Mary, because apparently Machida thinks that Mary has some kind of insight into the matter, which, who knows, maybe she does. But that could be, what game number 3 is. Or it's what the spin-off thing is. Or not spin-off, spiritual successor. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into that one just yet, but I do want to play it. I'll have some other stuff to play first, but I want to get to that. Let's see what else. I don't know, I just really liked how the chapter kind of flowed with this one, because it was, very reminiscent of the, main game with all of it, how it kind of unfolded. We went to point A, some stuff happened, we left. Went to point A again, some stuff happens, we left. I don't know why I keep on calling it point A, because it's just the location, really. Oh, but I like how we got, I know I've said this a couple times now, but I really did enjoy that we got to really, bring around a couple of different partners with us and, have a whole group dynamic going. It was fun to see how they got to, play off each other and how their attitudes changed. I liked, getting an insight into Damon's character, because he was one of the ones that I really, didn't get a chance to play anything with. Him, Yasuka, and probably Ada. Although I feel like I got, more progression out of Ada's character in the in-between scenes with him. As for the other ones, they were all pretty much had their own kind of little individual scenes going on in the main story. Like, Moe, Tsukasa, Mishita, we all had that group, hang... Well, yeah, and we had that for Suzu and Ada, too. We're doing the investigation back at the mansion, we're all talking together. Yeah, we had that in most of the other chapters. I just felt like it kind of got... We had a little bit of it in the last chapter, but I feel like it was skimped a bit more in there, so that's that. But, let's see, what else I have? Oh, I do have... Let me grab this. I can finally open this up. Whoop. Dropping stuff. Okay. So, I've talked about this before, but I have the, special edition box set thing that's the whole reason I got this game in the first place, is because I saw the box set in the Gamestop, and I was like, that looks really cool. All that. But it came with, these little tattoo things, it came with an art book, and it came with the game. And a CD, although I've lost the CD. I had it in my car. All that, but I don't know what happened to it. It was just the theme music for the game. I'm sure it's somewhere. But, anywho, let's see what we got. We have contents. We have some about the story. I can't read this word for word, because I'm pretty sure that would probably be, super copyrighted and all that and all. But I can give you a rundown of things. So, let's see. We have the characters, where we have some lovely art. I'm sure some of this is probably online. Oh my goodness, we are old! So, look at the main character stuff. Our age is unknown, but it's estimated we're between 35 and 45, which I thought, maybe 30 at the oldest, but holy crap. We are old. We are 5'11", 137 pounds, and unemployed outside of being, a spirit hunter. And our mark location is at the top of our wrist. Blah, blah, blah. Previous head of Kujo family. We already know all this. Man once known as Masamune did not have as much spiritual power as his sister Saya, but he's apparently good with his hands. He's a very crafty sort of person. Which makes sense, given his intuitive nature with using condoms for rubber bands. They also have a picture of him in a fedora. There were a couple cute little concepts, and I think they made him look younger at one point, but decided to age him up. Yeah, they apparently always intended for him to be middle-aged. Huh. There's some stuff for Mary. Mary is tiny. Mary is 4'1". She is like actual child size. And she's only 11 pounds. Dang. Let's see, where else? She was obtained by the Kujos between 1912 and 1926. I'm sorry if I'm going quiet for a minute there. I'm just trying to see what I can say without doing, word for word stuff with this. They always wanted her to be, you know, a little doll character, but they decided to go with, rather than having her be native, they wanted her to come from another country. I wonder if there's some play on xenophobia going there. Oh my goodness, we have artwork for Saya. Aw, there's even stuff of our character like brushing her hair and things. She was pretty. She's 33. Oh, apparently our character, the Masamune name, came from some kind of legendary sword, and her name was actually supposed to mean sheath. Her death mark was apparently at the base of her neck, too. Neat. And let's see, we have Mashita, who is 27. Mashida's so much younger than us! Oh my goodness, he felt like such an old character, and there's a picture of him splattered with blood for some reason. He looks really crazy here. He likes alcohol and smoking, and blowing smoke in other people's faces. Except he's just very rude. So with the honeybee family stuff, apparently the whole reason he was so involved with that, or so interested in it, I should say, was because the person who taught him everything that he knows was killed by the cult. Oh my. Apparently, their initial thought for him was to have him be like a serial killer cop, like vigilante style, killing for good. But he's pretty much the same. And she's 16. Tsukasa, 10, which we knew that. He also has his on the wrist. Oh, he was going to be a bully. Maybe that's why he had such crazy eyes. But no, he's honest. They decided against that, so that's good. I'm sorry, I'm not giving much insight here, am I? I'm just curious about all these. Let's see. She was much older than I thought. He's 19, but he repeated a grade, so. His is also on his right arm. It's on the inner part, though, probably up high. And he's pretty much the same. Apparently, though, he has a off-road dirt bike that he cherishes. And he wants to buy a motorcycle one day. Christy is closest to us in age, and she's 37. And 5'5". She's like an inch taller than me. She has good spiritual sensitivity. She doesn't really have a black belt, though. But she is a spa expert. Level 2. Apparently they wanted her to be a kind of femme fatale character, which would make sense given, you know, her, like, affair history and all that, but they decided to have her be more timid in the end. Oh, dear God! I just got to Ada's page. Page 30. He's 33, he's 5'4", so he's just as tall as me. But... oh, that's creepy. That was creepy. So, according to this, he is just an honest, good fellow, nothing creepy about him. But initially, they were going to, like, make him an inventor and a super creepy pedo. They were going to actually have him be a pedo, but I guess they didn't think we'd be willing to help him or something. I don't know why they didn't go with that, but I am grateful that he is not, and that Suzu is perfectly safe in his company because he is harmless. He is absolutely harmless. Oh my god, though. That would have been terrible. Susie was actually going to have a darker outlook initially. All that, and she's just going to hate all of humanity or something, but that's about it for her. And that seems like it's the same stuff. You know, they always had the plan for her parents to be divorced and all that. They were going to have her with a strong love of animals, though, and hate people. So it seems like she was kind of mini Miss Zoo at one point during the production. Ai has 2 pages to herself. Guess they wanted to give all those cutesy little sketches for her. She's 5'2" and 19. She's the same age as Shu. Okay, she's much older than I thought she was. I thought she'd be closer to Moe in age. I don't know what that is. It says for her initial concept, they wanted her to be somebody looking to become a member of an idol group called Cat's Eye, I think. But that would have been too early because they decided to set it in the 90s. I don't know when Cat's Eye was a thing. It says decades, so I'm guessing they were originally thinking about the 60s for this game, maybe? I don't know. I don't know when Cat's Eye was. Anyone know that? Damon! He is older than us. He is 44 and 6 feet tall. He is the tallest one here, I think. Because we're 5'11". I think Damon's tallest. Nothing new there. They were originally thinking of having him as being an unlicensed genius doctor, but didn't understand. I guess they just figured that wouldn't make any sense. Stuff. It's like, if he's so great at all his surgeries, why not just have him be a doctor? He's a genius. He probably sorted through school. Huh. Okay, Hiru was apparently... all of the stuff is, you know, same for most of them. Apparently she does feel guilty about experimenting on animals. And she's a crazy drunk. But apparently her initial design was to have her love killing small animals. And that was probably going to be her beef with Mizu. Or Mizu's beef with her, I should say. Let's see, I'm on to Banshee now. Nothing too much there. It's the same stuff. Banshee is pretty much the same from get-go. And he is 66, which is much younger than I thought he was. I would have thought, like, 80s or 70s. Which, coincidentally, Miss Yasuka is 71. And she seems to be pretty much the same. Except they point out that, you know, the falling out with the Kujo family was over something stupid, but they don't get into any detail here. Oh, and look, we even have the guard and the Suicide Force guy. He was 34, and he was a guard. That's about it. The other guy, Suicide Force guy, was 59. We thought there might be... Okay, he might have been a abuser, which is kind of weird. All that saying that when they were coming up with designs, they were looking at the kind of people who would do violence on others. So that's a weird word for him. So we got Hanahiko, who was 10. His approximate height is 2'4", which I guess they're not counting legs. Because he really didn't have legs, he was just kind of floating. I love that you can see all the, like, details with stuff here, though. This is great. I'm glad I got this. Nothing new there, though, with the story. Shimi-o was in his 50s. He's painfully lonely, which I guess we kind of figured. The artist would like to point out how happy he looked when he was sitting with the suicide guy at the table. Which is true. You know, that was one of the times he was looking like he was having fun. Now onto Hanayome. So, we pretty much knew about the fiance killing everybody. Apparently the dog did as well from spirit form. And apparently, aside from the final boss, these guys have the most victims between them. Miss Zoo was just crazy, according to this. Late 20s. They're just like, she is so far gone. Then we have the Cannon Soldier, which was 6'7". Oh. She's a teenager, too. So she wasn't even an adult or anything. There was just some little girl they grabbed. That's dark. And Red. How did I get to Red? She was 18 at the time. Apparently, initially, they were just going to have us, sitting around feeling bad for her, but then they added the additional scene with Mashita telling us to stop doing things. And we have Creepy Mary. And it's pretty much the same stuff. But there's additional stuff on page 90, according to this. There are a lot of pages in this. I think, looking at it, it looks like the rest is just mainly CGs. Which, of course, I can't show you any of this. Sorry. I mean, most of it's stuff we've seen in the game already. Let's see. Backgrounds, Japanese logo. Some thoughts on the locations, renderings for the initial stuff. It's pretty cool. Yep. Alright, well that's really... Oh, hello. NG, no good. I think this is the next one. Scheduled for summer of 2018 in Japan, but I think it came out last year for us. English speakers. And we have 3 characters, it looks like. Possibly 4. And stuff. 2 guys and a girl. They're all adorable. Alright. I'm sorry, I like this game. I really enjoyed it. I know it hasn't been, like, the most popular, game on the channel, but I've had a lot of fun with it, and I am pretty invested in it. And I can't wait to see what that next one comes with. I think it's called Spirit Hunter NG. So we'll have to look into that a bit more, but I don't know. Those of you who have been watching, what have you guys thought about this story so far? Like, do you have any particular thoughts on any of the spirits, or just how it kind of flowed overall narratively? I liked it because it was kind of like, it's another investigative game, much like, Danganronpa and everything is. All that I felt, because I, enjoy kind of looking at things and theorizing and trying to come up with, what might be going on in the plot. All that. I think that's, half the fun with these kind of storylines, is just trying to figure out how things are fitting together and working. All that, but I enjoyed it. I like the game overall. I'm kind of sad to see it end. All that, but there is, hopefully another one on the way, and another game that's related to it out there, so we'll see how it all goes. I guess we'll find something else to play now, but until then, like and subscribe if you guys want to. Thank you for watching.